Let's talk about how ZTNA and device posture checks work together to keep your organization safe without slowing users down. Zero Trust is all about verifying everything before granting access, but that doesn't just mean checking who's connecting, but also what they're connecting from. This is where a device posture checks comes in. Instead of assuming that any device is safe, CloudConnexa constantly evaluates whether it meets security standards both before and during a session. If a device doesn't meet security standards, access is denied. No exceptions. This prevents compromised or out-of-date devices from becoming security risks. But security isn't just a one-time check at login. Constant monitoring ensures that even after a session starts, CloudConnexa keeps an eye on security posture. If something changes, like an antivirus getting disabled, then CloudConnexa takes action immediately. That could mean disconnecting the device until it meets compliance again. So let's look at the settings and the user experience. We are logged into an admin user interface of our CloudConnexa. If we expand users and we go to device posture, we can see that here we can create a policy for device postures. Click on add policy. We're going to give it a name. I'm just going to call it device policy for the purpose of this demo. And then when it comes to user groups, you can choose everyone or just certain user groups. I'm just going to choose a couple here. Then we get to configuration. This is where you can choose the posture check or criteria for each operating systems. So for Windows, let's go ahead and choose OS version, and I'm just going to choose the minimum is going to be 10.0.26100. Now if I want to add another check, I can add that here. For the Mac OS, you can do the same, either OS version, antivirus, and so on. Let's choose antivirus, and let's say that in our organization, ESET is the approved antivirus software. We also can allow connection or disallow connections from Linux machines, Androids, and Chrome OS and iOS devices. Once you're done, click on Add Policy. And here we go. We can see that our policy is set for our Windows machine. It's going to check for the OS version, Mac OS, antivirus, and so on. So the OS version we chose, it was 10.0.26100. So let's go ahead and see here. We're going to go to users, and we can see Tom here. Tom is part of our sales team. So let's go ahead and connect as Tom. We're going to go to this machine. If you look at this machine, we can see it doesn't meet the minimum requirements. So Tom shouldn't be able to connect. Let's go toggle the switch, and here we go. We can see that connectivity is blocked because Windows operating system is restricted. It doesn't meet the minimum requirement. Now let's go ahead and close this and go to another machine. And here I'm going to bring up my Connect app, and we got Tom's profile here. So let's go ahead and toggle the switch. And we can see Tom is connected, and if you look at our system information, we can see that the operating system here meets the requirement that we set for our device posture. So this is user experience if we set up a device posture policy. Now we also need to add, it's not just about keeping devices secure, it's also about ensuring device identity and verification. With device identity and verification, there is no profile sharing. Instead of just admitting authorized devices, CloudConnexa ensures that the same user profile isn't being used or misused on multiple devices. This prevents unauthorized device hopping. The best way to verify authorized devices is by using certificates and integrating them into the device posture check, ensuring that only properly issued devices can connect. So let's look at that. If we go to settings and expand settings and go to users, we can see the device identity verification and enforcement is set to off. This is a default settings. So click on edit, and we see three options. Off is the default settings, and then we got learn and enforce. This is basically the very first time when the user logs in, the UUID of device gets provision under their account. And then enforce is when you as an admin have to provision the device UUID on their user profile. Otherwise, they won't be able to connect. So we're going to choose enforce here and click on update and then confirm. If I go back to users, so here we go. We have a user here named Ella. So if I go to Ella's account, we can see that there's no devices provisioned yet. So she won't be able to connect from any device unless if we come here and provision that device. So let's go ahead and try this. We're going to connect as Ella. Let me copy this and bring up the Connect app, and we're going to go ahead, paste the address here, click on next, and then click on sign in. And we need to type Ella's username, password. Oops, made a mistake here. And then we need to get the temporary password here for Ella's account. So let's go ahead and temporary password, copy this page. We need to set up a new password because this is a new account. And as you can see here, we are not allowed to import the profile because we're connecting from an untrusted device. Let's go ahead and sign out here. And what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and provision this device for Ella and see what happens. So I'm just going to go here and copy the UUID and then come back here under Ella's account, go to devices, and we're going to add device. Let's call it Ella device, and then we're going to add the UUID. So now Ella should be able to connect. So let's go ahead and try to connect or import the profile and then connect again. So I'm going to bring the Connect app again, do the same thing, and click on next, authentication needed, click on sign in, and we're going to type Ella's username and the password we just set up for her. And here we go. We need to choose the region, and we can import the profile into the Connect app. And here we go. Ella's profile is here, so from now on, if we want to connect, we can just toggle the switch and Ella is getting connected. So the best part is that all of this happens seamlessly in the background, ensuring security without adding unnecessary complexity for users. By assessing both device security and user identity, CloudConnexa ensures that only verified trusted devices stay connected. Your organization remains secure, and users experience a smooth, uninterrupted workflow. Zero trust isn't just a security strategy. It is a smarter way to work. And with CloudConnexa's powerful device posture checks, your organization can stay protected without sacrificing productivity.